Hey everybody, it's PW Lover 91, or I go by Natalie. I'm back again, and I'm sorry about that other video. It cut off and I wasn't able to say everything that I wanted to say. So anyways, you can probably hear the dishwasher in the background. Sorry about that, but hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully y'all can hear me. And at this point in time, the crazy weather in Texas that we've been having is just, I don't know what's going to happen. But anyways, so I kind of wanted to touch today on the disability community. I am in a wheelchair. I have spina bifida, and in my previous video before it cut off, it was really explaining what spina bifida is. I currently use a Quickie 2 wheelchair, and it gets me places and I can do what I want to do, but anyways, so I kind of wanted to touch on a couple of topics, and one of the topics is it's called the White Knight, kind of like the savior, this guy coming to the rescue. And I've honestly seen it like a lot in the disabled community. Like I've seen a lot in people who have I don't really want to say like it's a mental disability, but people who have like MR, or who have like Down syndrome. I do see it like a lot in the community, where this guy will like ask her out to prom, and a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, it's really being done like in front of cameras, and it's really being done in front of like, you know, just like really for fame. I don't really want to say it's like for fame, but 9 times out of 10, you know about it because cameras are there and people are, you know, letting it be known. And while I think that's really, really admirable, you kind of have to ask and question yourself and question like the other person, like what exactly are they doing? Because it's just kind of like, oh, well, I mean, did you like know this person before, or have you like ever interacted with this person, or like what exactly is going on? Like, why are you doing this? And it's not really that like I'm butthurt, or like, because I didn't go to prom, but that's a whole different other story. But the reason like why I question it is because I've had situations like that happen to me before, where I'm like getting in my car and I'm like getting my wheelchair into my car, and you know, all of a sudden like somebody comes by and asks, you know, like, oh, do you need help or anything? And I'm like, no, that's fine. I'm fine. I got it. Thank you. And I know like in one like particular situation where this guy was like, I guess he was with his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and he was like, hey, do you need help? And me being nosy, because I'm a nosy ass bitch, I'm a curious ass bitch, I'm like, sure, because I wanted to see what the conclusion was going to be. And so I said, yes, I do need help, thank you. And after he put the wheelchair in my car and helped me, his girlfriend thought it was like the sweetest thing ever, and she gave him a kiss, and she was just all flirty and on him. And it's just kind of like, you didn't really need a reward for that, for helping a human being out. So when I go back to like this whole white knight notion, whole white knight whatever, it's just kind of like, you kind of have to stop and question yourself, like what exactly is going on? So like I said, while it's very, very admirable and it's very, very cute, you know, why are you doing it? Are you close to this person? Do you interact with this person during the school day? I mean, I don't know. But it's just kind of like, what's going on? And I think like a lot of people who are able-bodied, they don't really see it to a degree, like what exactly is going on in terms of like this white knight situation. So that is just kind of like, you just have to question what exactly is going on. On the other hand, I mean, hey, he might be like a really good guy. He might, you know, actually know the person. And I'm not really like just saying it's just guys. Could be women too, because I have seen videos on YouTube and stuff where it's women. But I don't know. I just something just does not settle right with me about that, and I just have to say that. Nobody asked me out to my prom, like ever, but it's okay. That's fine. Like I'm not trying to be all about that. Like I went to my homecoming, and let me tell you, there was a chick, she was like dancing in the middle of all these people, and all of a sudden like she took her underwear off and like threw it up in the air and was just like dancing without her underwear. And I was like, nope, not going to prom. Anyways, so one of the questions, or like a lot of the questions that I get about like my disability or about like being in a wheelchair, I got this off of mighty.com, and I can't remember the actual blogger, but she has muscular dystrophy. Yeah. And a few of the questions that she gets are really, really interesting because it actually really correlates with some of the questions that I get. So one of the questions was, what is wrong with you and what happened? Okay, first of all, nothing is wrong with me. And what happened is I'm in this grocery store, I'm buying my groceries, minding my own business, and then you come up to me and ask me, complete and total stranger. I don't go up to other people and be like, what happened? What's wrong with you? Like, what's going on? I don't do that. Like, I'm a normal human being. Like, I kind of know to mind my own business. The second question was, so I live on my own. I live in my own apartment, and I do eat out from time to time. And like I get in my car and I go to the restaurant, and as soon as I approach the person that, you know, wants to know how many table for two, or wants to know how many people are, you know, eating. I usually get people are like, okay, table for two, and they're just kind of looking around like, who else is going to be there? Nobody, just me. Like, I'm here. Like, can you please get me my table, please? Because they assume you can't drive. They assume that you're being taken care of by somebody. And it's actually really, really frustrating, because it's just kind of like, people with disabilities are stigmatized, or people who really are in wheelchairs are stigmatized as individuals who cannot function on their own and cannot live on their own, and that's just really, really annoying. I don't obviously don't support that. I don't support that idea or that thinking. The third question that I usually get by older people, and I've gotten it when I was younger, I don't really get it as much now, is when they're referring to my wheelchair, they say, do you have a license to drive that thing? Yeah, first of all, yes, I have a license. I do drive, like, second point that I was making. But my wheelchair is not a car. It's not a vehicle. And, like, don't treat it like it is. It's an extension of my body, but at the same time, it's not who I am. It doesn't define me. So when you ask really ignorant ass questions like, do you have a license to drive that thing? Yes, I do. Now please leave me alone. I'm trying to mind my own business, getting whatever I'm doing. Like, please. And I noticed that like a lot of people tend to say that people with disabilities or people that are in wheelchairs have attitudes. We don't have attitudes. We just want to be left alone, and we get tired of being told, you know, what is your disability? Where are you from? Like, I think you would get pretty annoyed if you were asked day by day by day from a complete and total stranger about questions that and things that have nothing to do with them. So I don't know. That's really really annoying. And the third question is can you have sex? Yes, I can have sex. Can you? So that's just like some of the questions that I get. And it's a little annoying, but at the same time, I understand to a degree because people are curious, but I personally, I feel that like if you have a question, like maybe Google it. Maybe you'll find your answer. I mean, I know there are plenty of, like websites for people with disabilities, and you can definitely like go on one of those and get one of your answers that you have. And I just don't like that. So with that being said, it's just kind of like, I don't like it. I don't really like when people ask me stupid questions. And I understand like people are curious, but at the same time, I feel like people should educate themselves on the community, on the disabled community. So yeah. And if y'all have any questions after that, if y'all have any questions, maybe about my disability or maybe about just me in general, leave them down below. I will try and answer them or reply to you, or maybe I can make another video